5, Tony Hawk. Yeah, feel it.
Hi, my name is Tony Hawk. I'm a professional skateboarder. I've learned. Hi, my name is Tony.
Start again, top, go.
All right. My name is Tony Hawk. I am a professional skateboarder. I've been skating for the last 20 years of my life, and I've learned a lot about it in the process. In our first video, Trick Tips Volume 1, we covered the basics of skateboarding. Everything from ollies to kickflips to board slides. And we even covered some advanced rail tricks. All the fundamentals to making you a well-rounded skater. If you feel confident with what you've learned in our first video, you're ready for street essentials. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready, I think. Let's go. As most of you know, I'm mainly a vert guy who dabbles in the street. So when it comes time for the technical stuff, I decided to get a little help from one of the best. So for your viewing pleasure, 2000-2001 Skateboarder of the Year, X Games Street Gold Medalist, and #1 Lakers fan, Eric Koston. Hi, Eric.
Hi, Tony.
Thanks for coming.
Is this what you do on your days off?
Yeah, but thanks for joining me.
Hey, I got a little time on my hands.
All right. Are you ready to teach some tricks? Because we got a lot to cover.
Yep, I'm ready. You guys ready?
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Okay, first up, backside feeble grind. Backside feeble grind is a cross between a backside board slide and a backside 50-50.
What you're gonna wanna do is approach the rail at a slight angle. Make sure you ollie high enough to get your back truck on, because that's the most important part of this trick. And the second most important part is to get this toe edge of your board sliding along with that grind. You wanna keep your back foot on your tail, and your front foot somewhere about over your front truck bolts.
You just keep pushing your front foot into the rail. That'll keep it sliding along. So, let's try some.
Grind now.
Approach the rail at a slight angle and ollie high enough to go over it. Aim to land on the rail in the middle of your back foot as you ollie. Set your front foot down, but keep most of your weight on your back foot while pushing your front toes towards the rail. While grinding, keep your upper body perpendicular to the rail in order to prepare for the landing. As you reach the end, start to lift up your front foot in anticipation of coming off. Turn your board slightly towards your front toes as you come off to straighten it, and even out your weight as you land. Mistakes with the feeble grind. The most common mistake that I demonstrated very well, is not getting your truck on. And bottom line is, you gotta aim better, and you've gotta get the ollie down, because otherwise you go into a board slide and you shoot out. You're not even in the position to do it. You gotta work on that ollie and really get your truck on there and lock into it. What else?
And when you do get on, you don't want to lean too far ahead of yourself, because if your weight's too far forward, you'll stick. And if you hang it too far over your front foot and let it droop, which is a sandbag, eventually your nose will start dragging or something, and it'll get you in a bad position anyways.
Oh, you did that one good. But I think you did it on purpose. He had them all wired. Bottom line, feeble grinds is your ollie, getting into position, leaning back, and keeping that board straight, keeping your front foot stuck to the rail. Don't let it drop, but don't let it stop. And just ride on through. turn a little bit, land, ride away clean.
Smith grind.
Okay, frontside Smith grind is basically the same grinding position as a backside feeble, except you actually ollie from the other side of the rail, over the rail, like a lip slide, but land in that grinding position. From there on out,
Just like a feeble, let me tell you.
approach the rail at a slight angle, but give yourself more space as you start to ollie in order to give your back foot time to clear. Aim for the middle of your back foot, and don't let your upper body twist too much as you set your board down on the rail. Your grinding and landing techniques should be the same as a feeble, so keep your shoulders straight throughout the trick. I got problems with Smith grinds. I know every mistake you can make with Smith grind. One is going over the rail too far and missing your truck. Another is getting on the rail, good position, and leaning too far forward and sticking, falling. The other one is just letting your front foot drag and sandbagging, coming off.
And the major no-no, coming up short. You get too close to the rail, your board hits the rail, clips it, you leave the board behind thinking all the time that you're gonna do a Smith grind with your feet. That's not gonna work.
You do the tiptoe rail dance down the thing. Woo!
If you're lucky.
Start far enough away that you can clear the rail, and then get in there, lock it in, shoulders square, weight back, foot pushing down, all the way to the end, lift it off, and go in.
And always remember, stay loose.
Stay loose, and don't slam like me. Frontside board slide. Hardest thing about frontside board slide is getting used to sliding backwards towards your heels. So what you have to do is you ollie up and get your board squared off on the rail, leaning over it, balancing between your front and your back foot, and looking forward. Just make sure that you're leaning over your back heels, but not leaning on your heels, because once you lean on your heels, your board stops sliding and you slam. So you're leaning over your heels, but you're still kind of on your toes. It's a pretty delicate balance, but you get used to it. And just watch the slide, keep your shoulders up, watch it for the end, give it a little turn, lean forward, and you made a frontside board slide.
What he said.
Stay loose. Go. It is important to approach the rail at an angle to get your upper body over your board and on top of the rail. Turn your board towards the rail as you ollie and set it down so that it is perpendicular. Lean over your heels with your upper body while keeping your weight on your toes as you slide. Keep your weight even on both feet until you're near the end of the rail. Prepare to land by turning your board slightly towards your front heel. Avoid leaning too much on your back foot as you come off, and even out your weight as you land. Oh! Most common mistakes with frontside board slide, as Eric just showed, is when you've got too much weight on your heels and your board stops sliding and it sends you running backwards or onto your butt and your head. Another common mistake is leaning too far forward towards your toes, and that just makes the board shoot out. Anything else?
Major mistake is coming up short. You ollie on, nose hits, front leg goes over. You're exposing yourself to all kinds of bad stuff.
So you want to start on something small, something that that's not over your waist. You can slide just the very end of the rail if you want to, just to get the feel for it, and work your way up higher, work your way up longer. So just keep working on it. It takes a while.
Don't get frustrated.
Frontside board slides, no problem.
Smile.
Oh, backside lip slide. Well, backside lip slides are the same basic board and body positioning as a frontside board slide, except you have to ollie over the rail backside and land on it while facing on your heels, and it makes it a lot more difficult. In fact, so much more difficult that I think I'm going to turn it over to the expert street skater here.
Okay, Tony, you look a little tired. He's gonna get a little rest, and I'm gonna tell you how to do a backside lip slide. This is gonna test your ollie level and your confidence level because it is one of your more difficult tricks. What you wanna do is ollie up, make sure the back end of your board gets over the rail, because you're gonna be going backside just like this, which in turn turns into a frontside board slide. So it's the same concept as this frontside board slide like we're explaining, but you gotta ollie all the way over the rail into it. Keep looking over your lead shoulder, whichever way it may be. To come out of it, it's just like a frontside board slide. The reason why this trick is a little bit difficult and Tony's a little nervous is because you're exposed to all this sort of backpedaling, this whole groin region, and maybe a couple of blows to the head. That's why you might want to try using a helmet when you're first trying this. Start on something low, take your time, make sure you're safe, and hi, Mom.
As you ollie, allow enough room between your board and the rail so that your back wheels can clear. Keep your upper body facing the end of the rail as you slide and land it just like a frontside board slide.
So Tony, how was your backside lip slide experience?
Mine was, let's say it was challenging, to say the least. I learned that I really need to get my board up and over the rail, because if you ollie too close to it, you hit the rail and you get rejected. I also learned that I have to anticipate the slide, otherwise I end up shooting out. And then not to lean on my heels, because that stops your slide dead. But it takes a while. I think the bottom line is once you get up and onto the rail, that's half the battle.
Yeah, I mean the biggest part of this is commitment. It's a little frustrating just to even get yourself to actually ollie out over the rail and trust yourself to go with the slide. But just keep trying. Eventually you'll get it. Just like Tony did.
I got it! Frontside noseslide. Frontside noseslides are way harder than backside because you're sliding backwards like a frontside board slide, and you're only working with your nose area.
What you're gonna wanna do, ride parallel, ollie up, and put all your weight on the nose of your board. It's all through this leg, your lead leg, whichever that may be. All that and down to your foot. If you put too much weight on your heel, it'll drag, you'll stick, you're not gonna slide it. Always look over your shoulder and stay centered. Just keep your back foot somewhere around the back because you're gonna want it back there when you ride away. But it's gonna help you guide the board as well. And then when you think you're finished sliding, you run out of time here, gets a little sticky. You're just gonna wanna turn off, give it a little scoop, kind of a nudge with your toe, and guide it with your back foot.
Doesn't take much to bring it off. So once you're down, even your weight out, right away! Ollie high enough so that your board is flat to the top of the ledge as you set the nose down. Keep your upper body leaning over your heels while keeping most of your weight on your front toes. Turn your board slightly as you come off and keep pushing down on the board as you land. Even out your weight as your board comes down and try to reset your feet before it lands to avoid landing in a nose wheelie.
A good tip is actually to try maybe just stall it just like I did right now. Or you could try it on a curb or a ledge. Like I said, ollie up, stall it, turn it off without sliding, just to get the motion going, get used to that, figure out how to do that, and
then just try to slide little ways at a time. It's a weird thing to get used to, getting all your weight up there and sliding front side, but just do it little by little, and eventually you'll be up there, all the way across.
And then, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Trying to work.
Okay, backside 180 flips. Basically, a backside 180 kickflip is a combination between a backside 180 and a kickflip, but the kickflip being the focus of the maneuver. To start it up, you want to wind your body in the opposite direction. You're going to spin, and then as your shoulders square off to the board, that's when you start the trick and you start flipping.
Yeah. As the board's flipping, you're going to want to catch it with your back foot to help guide it around, just about halfway through the 180.
And as you land, you want to shift your weight over to your back foot, which is now your lead foot. That's really the key to landing it clean, because otherwise you'll still be leaning over your front foot and you shoot out. This is a backside 180, so you gotta be prepared to go backwards.
That's that way.
That way.
The back behind you.
Okay, so let's do something. Position your feet the same way as you would for a kickflip. Wind up and ollie as your shoulders are lined up with the board. Make sure to ollie high enough to complete the 180. Keep the board directly under you and watch it as it flips. Catch it with your back foot first as it comes around and complete the turn if necessary. Lean towards your back foot as it lands to even out your weight. Okay, problem with backside kickflips? Well, we showed you most of the problems by example, but first one being when you land and you're not leaning back, you're not leaning on your back foot, which is actually your lead foot, and you just end up falling.
Number 2, over rotating. Jump the gun on the 180. You can't control the flip. It spins out of control. You're all over the place. It's a big, ugly mess.
One of the other biggest problems is landing too soon. Your board's not quite doing a 180, and your feet are ready for it, and so your foot ends up coming off the board. And your foot knows what to do, but your board doesn't.
Be patient.
So, all right. Keep working on it. Here's a new one.
He's good at that. I'm not.
Okay, frontside 180 kickflips. Work on your frontside 180s. Work on your kickflips. You want to be able to do bigger frontside 180s probably than you're used to, because you need more time to flip the board. And your foot positioning is about the same as a kickflip. So start with a wind up, winding the opposite direction, and then winding in the frontside 180, and that'll start your spinning. So as you come around, you want to shift your weight again to your back foot, which is now your lead foot, and you don't want to keep your weight on your front foot and shoot out, because that's bad. Keep working on it. This trick's a hard one. He's really good at it.
Yeah.
All right, high fives, high fives. Wind up your shoulders in the opposite direction that you spin, and ollie as you unwind them to start the spinning process. Keep your board directly underneath your feet as it flips, and prepare to catch it as you see the grip tape side come around. Set your front foot down slightly on the nose of your board to guide it through the 180. Compensate for under rotation by pivoting on your front wheels before setting your back wheels down. As your back foot comes down, shift your weight over it to even out the landing.
Everyone's gonna have their own personal version of the frontside 180 flip. Mine, I like to keep it directly below me, pop it up a little higher and catch it, so that way I have a little more time to turn it around. Give me a good chance to land it backwards, straight 180, and get a clean run out of it and ride. Just ride and have fun. You guys just good luck out there and skate.
Varial kickflips. A varial kickflip is a kickflip and a shove it all at once. So the board does the motion of a backside 180 flip, but your body is going to stay in the same position.
You're gonna want to set your feet up, like your back foot should go maybe in like a popsicle, like a popsicle. Like you should actually have a popsicle in your mouth when you try this. Okay. Set your feet up, back foot more like a pop shove it, front foot like a kick flip. And just basically what you're gonna do is combine them both.
And your feet do all the work. It's not necessarily in your upper body. It's about learning how to flip it and controlling it with your front foot so that it starts to spin. Your weight, you want to keep it forward like a kickflip as you land, you know, not leaning too far back so you end up in a wheel.
Stay centered.
Stay centered and
look for the grip tape because it's better because when you're on the grip tape, the wheels are under it and you roll away. So that makes it so much easier.
So just watch it come around.
Have fun, enjoy.
Here we go.
Woo!
Ollie and kick your front foot forward towards the nose as you flip the board. Simultaneously kick your back foot towards the heel to start the spin. Keep it underneath you and watch it come around, catching it exactly as you would a heel flip. If the board is turned too much, try kicking it less with your back foot. Keep your weight forward as the board comes around to avoid landing in a manual. What do you do wrong on varial kickflips? I mean, what is a common mistake on a varial kickflip?
I did the primo. I over-rotated.
Well, primo is very common because you flip it, you don't flip it enough, and you land right on the edge of the board, and that makes for a really good slam, especially when you're going fast. What else?
Over-rotating, you want it just to go 180. That's a 180. If it goes beyond 180, you're in a mess. I don't know where, you're landing backwards, it's over here, you're over there, I'm down here, you're up there, whatever.
So you just gotta make sure you don't give it too much of a shove as you flip it. But just keep working on it. You can actually work on flipping that trick and just stepping away from it, watching it flip, just to see if you've really got the motion right. If you decide you're gonna bail on a trick like this, if you're just gonna throw it away, make sure you land with your feet flat. Because if you don't work on that, you can roll your ankles very easily and it just comes up on you. So watch out for that.
That's no fun.
.360 kickflip. .360 kickflip is a kickflip and the board does a full 360 rotation so that your board ends up the same way it started. And it's kind of become a standard street trick, so we want to show you the best way to do it.
You're gonna start out with your feet placed in the right spot, which is very important with this trick. Front foot, you're gonna set up like a kickflip. Back foot, you're gonna hang your toe off a little more than you would like a pop shove it.
It's more like a scoop as you pop it, but you kind of scoop it with your back foot and you throw almost a scissor kick. Your front foot goes out a little bit and your back foot goes behind you, and that starts the board spinning. The kickflip is all in your front foot, but the spin is really in your back foot.
You want to just keep your upper body straight. You're looking down, keep the board below you. Look for the grip tape. That's the main goal, is to land on that part. Some people are going to land it different. If you could pop it up into your front foot, that's going to help you guide it a little bit better and make you more consistent with it. And if not, just look for the grip tape, jump on it, try and ride away.
Practice the kick. The kick is all it takes. It's like, if it's not spinning enough, just give it a little more kick and watch it come around. You don't have to catch it as high as Eric does, but
we're gonna go 360 flip now. Watch.
As you ollie, kick your front foot forward to start the flip and your back foot out to start the spin. Be careful not to kick the board too far ahead of you by keeping your upper body over it. Catch the board as it comes around, waiting for it to complete the spin before pushing it down on the ground. You can compensate for an underspin by kick turning slightly out of it, but it is nearly impossible to compensate for an overspin. Okay, well, 360 flip, like most kickflip variations, you're gonna find a lot of the same problems. Landing primo, not turning the board enough, turning it too much, and you just gotta keep working on it and see how you can fix those problems. You're gonna have missed landings that we haven't even mentioned. So, but I'd say Eric is one of the undisputed masters of 360 flips. Eric,
Thanks, Tony. Well,
what's your secret?
I think the secret to this trick is, for me, is in the back foot. A lot of scoop, that gets the board rotating. The kickflip part is kind of minimal. You just want a light kickflip. That just gets it over, but it's all mainly in the back foot.
And if you don't catch it as high as he does, it's okay. It's okay. You can let it spin close to the ground like me and still make it. All right? Just keep working on it and get it higher and higher.
Stay loose, let it flow, breathe through your nose.
Circular energy. Feel the board. Feel it. All right, backside 180 heel flips. You're gonna want, I can't even do it. I'm gonna let Eric explain it because
I'll try
I've tried. But are they like backside 180 kick flips?
Yeah, it's basically the same concept as a backside flip. The only difference is you're doing it with a heel flip. Same concept. All you want to do is land it though, like the rest of these tricks, because all you do, okay. Well, Tony, you're just gonna want to. Well, Tony, what you're gonna want to do is practice backside 180s and heel flips, just like we were talking about backside 180 kick flips. It's the same concept. You're gonna combine the two. You're gonna be patient. You're gonna land, and it's gonna be fun times.
I'm gonna watch. See how Eric sets up his front foot in the middle of his board with his toes hanging off and his back foot at the tip of his tail. As he ollies, he slides his front foot forward while rolling his ankle towards his toes. The key is getting high enough to spin the board and complete the turn, which is my main problem. He catches it with his back foot and then sets his front wheels down. If you aren't turned enough, you can always slide your back wheels around to complete the 180. He makes it look all too easy, and we're all jealous. Backside 180 heel flips, I still can't do them, but I liked watching Eric do it, and I hope to take his example and learn them.
This trick usually flips a little slower, so you're gonna need a little more hang time, thus the higher ollie and 180 turn in the air time.
But all these flip tricks, you just run into the same problems. You just gotta figure out what works, how to flip it faster, slower, not turn as much. It's all same. Are you still with us?
You're just gonna have to go through it all.
Because this is a lot to take in.
Experience it.
I wouldn't want, you know what? Go skate right now, because we still got a lot to cover and you're not gonna remember all this stuff. So, you know, take what you've learned right now, utilize it, focus on it, make the tricks, and then come back.
Yeah, because Tony right now is gonna go do some more backside 180 heel flips. So
I'm actually gonna watch,
coach him through it.
I'm gonna watch this and go out and learn it. So, come back to us. We still got more. We still got more tricks. We still got more heel flip varials, frontside heel flips, hard. Did I say hard flips? Yeah, we'll get back to you. All right. How did you start skating? What made you want to start skating?
My older brother. I wanted to start
Me
skating
too.
because of my older brother.
Wow.
He did it. He was cool. His friends are cool. I was peer pressured into skating.
How'd you get sponsored?
How did I get sponsored? I got sponsored the old school way, skating in contests. Eddie Olguera,
Oh. my
he
hero.
got me sponsored.
Childhood hero. Eddie El Gato.
He was from the town I was from. I skated with him. He kind of hooked me up with the sponsor. He was sponsored by H Street.
Did you ever skate vert at the time?
Yeah.
You did?
Skated everything.
Just whatever came around?
Yeah, yeah, pool, vert, ditch, parking block, slappy curb, double-sided curb, quarter pipe, jump ramp, slider bar.
Were your parents supportive?
Yeah, they were for the most part. They were
Were they
pretty
driving you to the contests and stuff like
sometimes when they could, when they were close enough. They wouldn't drive too far, but sometimes I could get rides from friends and all that stuff.
What do they think now?
They're pretty supportive now.
Yeah.
No.
You're a catamaran. Okay, hope you had a productive break. You went out and tried some of the stuff we've been learning and maybe practiced some stuff you already know. And most of all, had fun and didn't get hurt and ready to learn some more.
Yeah, we got it. Let's get to that because it's looking like it's gonna rain. It feels a lot different than like 10 minutes ago when we were sitting on that bench. Freestyle.
Okay, next up, we are gonna do frontside 180 heel flips, which is a frontside 180 and a heel flip combined. Hence the name, huh?
Frontside 180 heel flip.
Okay.
What I like to do, I just kick a heel flip out, frontside 180, jump in the air and pray. Set your feet up like a heel flip. I put my foot up a little higher than a heel flip, more towards the nose to stabilize the board as it's flipping around. You're just gonna wind up like a frontside 180 kickflip, throw your shoulders around, start heel flipping at the same time, catch the board, roll away backwards, and if you're lucky, that's how it's gonna happen.
This is a primo accident waiting
The
to happen.
premometer is at an all-time
Yeah,
high, it's like way over here.
We got primo up way here, so you want to make sure that you flip the board enough because it is rough. When you hit on this one, it'll lay you out. Done for the day.
Let's
so
try 'em.
Be careful. Let's try some, and hopefully we won't get laid out. Set up your feet like a regular heel flip with your front foot a little more perpendicular to the board. Wind up for a frontside 180 and slide your front foot at a diagonal angle towards the toe side and nose. Make sure to level your board out, but don't kick too hard to avoid overflipping. The board should come around to both feet simultaneously, so catch it and adjust for an under rotation with a slight pivot. Shift your weight over your back foot as you come around to even out the landing.
I noticed you get kind of low to the ground when you land this trick. Is that like a new style, or is it just like a
Comes with years and years of practice and well, not really practice, more failure than anything, but you know, I do what I gotta do to make it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
It's a vert thing. I've got this like vertitis when I'm on the flat, where I feel like everything should be transitioned and I should be going up to vert, but I don't quite get the same lift.
It's like being on a boat for too long or something, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
You're kind of like seasick when you're out there.
It's very humbling, you know, doing a
Well,
flat.
anyways,
trick
all these
with
tricks are
you.
hard. Hey, all these tricks are hard. You're gonna have a hard time doing it. I'm not reading right now, I swear. No, all these tricks are hard. You're gonna have to. It's all trial and error. Especially with the 180 heel flip, it's personal preference. The way it comes around.
You just got to keep working on it. That's
Yes.
the bottom line. Just keep on working on it. Keep on keeping on.
180s, front side, and heel flips, and then put them together, and good luck. What do you want to try?
Varial heel flips. Can you do them?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, I think I can do them too.
Okay,
We'll find out.
this is fun. Set your feet up just like a heel flip. Except your front foot, you're gonna move it a little bit further back than you normally would a heel flip.
I think you want to put your foot a little more straight on too, as you flip it, and then
That's a good point.
when you go to ollie it, you just give it a little nudge in the front side varial direction, but your front foot can do a lot of that work. And while you're flipping it, what happens while you're flipping it?
While you're flipping it, you're gonna wanna keep it under you because that's the best way to keep control of it. You can see where it's going. If it goes out behind you or in front of you, I don't know how you're gonna get it in front of you, but anyways, keep it under you.
It tends to go out behind you, so you just want to keep it right underneath you. Watch it come around. Watch the grip tape. This one's a real bad one for landing primo, so just be careful of that. Watch it come around, land, and lean forward a little bit because you'll tend to want to lean back and shoot out like Mr. Wilson. But you won't do that. You'll make it like us, right?
Yeah.
Set up your front foot in the middle of your board with your toes pointing slightly towards the tail and your back toes on the tip of the tail. Kick your front foot in a heel flip motion straight over the nose of the board. Simultaneously shove the board in the frontside direction with your back foot as you ollie and avoid kicking it too far ahead. Watch the board as it comes around and wait for it to flip completely. Compensate for overturning by shoving less with your back foot. Make sure to lean forward as you set your feet down to avoid landing in a manual. Whoa, Eric, primo skating.
Thanks.
You got a little taller there. Because you're standing primo.
Oh.
This is primo. This means landing on your board sideways. Named after the infamous Primo Desiderio, freestyler extraordinaire. He used to slide his board like that on purpose. We don't want you to do it on purpose, okay? Because when you land like that on kickflips, it's bad news. And it's very common with heelflip varials. So make sure you flip it enough. Flip it over that point, okay? That's one big mistake. Overturning is a big mistake. That means you're giving it too much of a frontside shove it, and it's gonna turn, and you're gonna end up going 270 and stopping. Or your feet are gonna get wacky. Just compensate for what you're doing wrong. That's the bottom line. Yeah, I wouldn't practice it on the rug or on the bed.
On the bed, the rug, the grass, the mud.
She just got new carpet.
Beach sand.
All right, here we are.
Hard flips.
Hard flips. Hard flips, they just have kind of a cool name, so we thought we'd throw them in here, and everyone wants to know, can you do a hard flip, even though they don't know what it is? Well, it is a frontside 180 kickflip, but your body stays in one place. So basically, it's a frontside varial kickflip. Boom, or it goes like that, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can flip it straight over, and it looks sort of like a crooked pop shove it, and some people do it like that. Some top pros do it like that, and that's okay, because it still works for a hard flip. And I can barely do them. I made my last one about 8 years ago, so I'm gonna learn them on camera. Eric doesn't think they're very hard.
Yeah, they aren't. I mean, let me tell you, I've been skating goofy footed this whole video, getting a little bored, so I'm gonna skate regular footed from now on.
And it's not like he can't do them goofy footed or anything.
What are you saying?
No, I'm just saying that's not why you do that, because you just want to switch. You want to mix it up. You want to make it harder. It's a harder flip.
Variety.
Right. So we're going to show you how to do it. Basically, a lot of it's in the scoop of the tail and flipping it with your foot and getting your foot out of the way and letting it flip around.
And watching it.
And watching it come around.
Keep it under you. All the fundamentals of a flip trick.
Okay, looks good on paper. Let's go. Set up your feet like a regular kickflip, but hanging more of your back heel off the board. Start the board kickflipping with the front foot and start it spinning with the back in the direction of a frontside pop shove. Quickly get your feet out of the way as the board flips. Your knees should be more bent than on regular kickflips in order to allow the board to finish its motion. Set the board down as it comes around and compensate for any under rotation with a slight kick turn, just like me. Hey, that was it. Hard flips. They're hard. Mine aren't pretty, but I'll take what I can get. And Eric's got them switched, no problem. Thanks to Eric for coming and honoring us with his presence, because without his help, it would have been a sad state of affairs, me teaching all these tricks.
You're very welcome, Tony. No, I had a good time. This was fun. A new experience for me. And
and hopefully you can take motivation from Eric's performance, and don't get frustrated if your flip tricks don't look quite as big or as perfect as his. If you fall somewhere between his and mine, you're in good shape. All right? So just keep working on them, because they take forever to master. Some of them still we don't master. A lot of these took us many tries to make, and they'll take you many tries to learn.
And sometimes the best thing to do is just watch. Just look at it over and over. Just watch what we do, because I feel that's the easiest way to learn. You're probably gonna get sick of hearing us too, just babble on and on.
And our techniques may not be the best ones for you. Maybe you'll learn your own. Maybe you'll find something else that works, but that helps you make it. So make the tricks. Be the board. Feel it. Continue skating and keep practicing.
Okay, kids, goodbye. That's fun. Okay.
Thanks. Okay.
Well, you go out and skate and you learn the rest of everything, and we're gonna work on the rest of what we just did.
Okay, are we done with the street section of this video? Good, because I don't want to be humiliated by Eric anymore. So we're gonna move on to ramps, and ramps is my forte. That's what I like to do. So last time we covered on some of the basics of mini ramp skating. We talked about dropping in, kick turns, fakie rocks. But today, we're gonna do some more advanced skating, and I've employed the help of one of the top ramp skaters in the world, one of the most technical guys you'll ever see skate any halfpipe ever, Colin McKay. Colin, hey, what's up, man? Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready to go. What's on the menu?
Didn't you just have shoulder surgery?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
You're gonna be all right.
I think I'll be okay.
Okay, because we're gonna do like
What are we doing?
axle stalls, 50-50s, pivots, 5-0.
I think we can manage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're even gonna cover falling.
Let's do it.
You can do some falls,
Yeah.
is that right?
Yeah.
Knee slides. We're gonna teach you how to knee slide, all right? Whoa, Riley! Whoa, okay. Knee slides. Knee slides are a key to ramp skating. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
You're right.
Bottom line, knee slides will get you out of pretty much any dangerous situation. And there's a technique to learning it. I mean, first of all, you want to try to get yourself facing downward on the wall. And there's kind of a two-step, especially when you're skating vert, to absorb the impact. Because you don't want to just fall straight to your knees. That'll be too much jarring. So you want to bail and just take a couple real easy steps and then get to your knees and slide on out. And lean back a little bit. If the ramp's sticky, you want to really lean back because otherwise your knees will stop and you'll fall on your face. Right? Anything else?
I think we should just show them
Whoa,
firsthand. That's done by the pro right there. Not all skateboarding is done on the actual skateboard. One fun part of skateboarding, especially on the vert and the mini ramps, is the knee slide. And I don't think knee slide gets enough credit. And there's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say, and there's more than one way to knee slide. I think knee sliding could possibly be its own sport, but just throw a little something in your knee slides, spice it up a little. If you watch any old videos of Christian Assoy, you'll see extra style points of him when he knee slides. You know, just sort of soul grab, and then kind of shake it out. You know, so just have fun with it.
There it is, axle stall, just like Riley demonstrated. Basically, an axle stall is coming up the wall forward, turning backside, setting both axles on the coping, pausing, take a breath, then turning again, right back in, just like a little kick turn.
You want to make sure that your trucks are right up on the coping so that you can transfer your weight back, lean on your heels, and kind of take a breather there for a sec. Your feet are just exactly how they would be just riding down the street. And then you just, your lead shoulder, you just kind of commit it, look where you're going, and do that little kick turn in. That's one of the best axle stalls in the business right there. Feet together.
Approach the wall with just enough speed to reach the top. Too much will force you onto the deck. Start to turn your shoulders even with the coping as you near the top. Place your back truck on the coping and do a slight kick turn to place your front truck down. Lean on your back toes as you start to turn back in, lifting up the nose just enough to clear the coping and complete the 90-degree turn. Lean forward, making sure that your back truck doesn't hang up, and ride away just like you would on a kick turn. All right, common mistakes with the axle stall. Well, the most common is going too far over the deck and just stepping off your board. And that's not really such a problem because you can always put your foot back on and go back in. So just work on keeping your weight more in, you know, not leaning too far on your heels while you're up there balancing. And don't balance too long, you know, don't stay up there too long. Just pause, go back in. What else? Rolling out. Rolling out is when you miss both trucks and you just go up on the deck, and that's just a matter of sort of overjudging it and trying to get way up there and get way too far out. So you just want to stay in the ramp a little bit, get both trucks on, and then come in. Anything else?
And then you got your truck slippage. You got to make sure you transfer your weight onto your heels so that your trucks don't just slip off and you land on your butt on the coping or something like that.
Oh yeah.
The main slam that you can take on this thing, and that's the lockup. And I just had shoulder surgery, so I can't do it. You know I would gladly do it, Tone, but you're gonna have to do this one.
The lockup.
If you want the video to be complete, you're gonna have to do this one.
Okay, here's the lockup.
See, now Tony must have been up late watching TV. He's a little tired today. He forgot about transferring the weight back off that back heel, back to his toe, and when you stand your heel, you turn in, your wheel's gonna pop over the coping, hang up, shoulder. You wind up like that guy.
Okay, so 50-50 is basically, it's a grinding axle stall. You want to go up at more of an angle than an axle stall with a little more speed. You get up on the coping, you set it just right. You're leaning kind of halfway in, halfway out. Get it? 50-50, yeah, there you go. So you're grinding, and then before you ever come to a stop, while your momentum is still going, you want to come in. Because once you come to a stop, you're dead in the water. It's gonna be way harder to come in, and there's a good chance you're gonna lock up like I did. So just make sure that you're grinding, you come in with speed. You'll get it. If you got axle stalls, you can do 50-50s. Let's do some.
Let's do it.
Approach the coping at approximately a 45-degree angle with enough speed to grind it. Get your back truck on the coping in the same manner as an axle stall, but with less emphasis on the kick turn motion. Try to keep your upper body slightly leaning into the ramp as you grind to avoid rolling out over the deck. Prepare to come in while you are still grinding to avoid stopping and falling forward. Come in just like an axle stall, but again without as much of a kick turn since you are still carving as you come down the wall.
Most common mistake on the 50-50 I'd say is the rollout where your wheels come off. Pretty much comes from kind of a 70 platform, 30 in the ramp kind of vibe instead of the 50-50, so stay away from that.
So yeah, that's leaning too far on your heels, just takes you right on out over the deck. Another mistake is coming to a complete stop. And the way to alleviate that is just to approach it at a more of an angle and maybe with a little more speed, but really don't let yourself get to that point where you're going to stop. You want to come in before you're even there. So just make sure you're still moving, you know? You don't have to be full on grinding like, you know, John Cardiel or something. Just
let it flow.
Just let it flow.
Yeah. What do we got next?
I think we should take it to pivots.
Let's give him the pivot?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Pivots are basically an exaggerated kick turn. It's like doing a kick turn, but you're all the way on top and you rest your truck up on the coping. I think the key to this trick is really shifting your weight to your back heel a little bit as you pause up there. You're just up there for a second and then come back down just like an axle stall. So we'll do some pivots for you. Practice your kick turns before you practice this one.
It's a weight transfer thing, same as the last two tricks.
Approach the wall the same way you would on a backside kick turn, but with enough speed to reach the coping. As your truck connects with the coping, rest slightly on your back heel, keeping your upper body centered over the board. Drop your lead shoulder back into the ramp and shift your weight onto your back toes to complete the turn. Lean forward as you start to descend and claim your pivot. So what happens when a pivot goes wrong? Well, it's a lot like an axle stall that's gone bad. For one, you don't want to stay up there too long because you can't really stay in a pivot position and get the rhythm back in. What else?
You just want to balance up there without touching your front truck or your tail. It's just like a little teetering pause on the coping. You don't stay up there very long.
Yeah, just a little bit of weight to your back heel just to get it up there, stall a little bit, come back in like a kick turn. Other common mistakes is just, yeah, like he said, leaning too far back on your tail, and that'll bring you back over here, both feet off, and you fall down on the coping. So just keep that real slight balance. Try it on really small ramps first, and then work your way up to bigger quarter pipes, because once you get the feeling of it, you can take it to higher and higher stuff, and you'll get it. Keep working on it.
skateboarding is a lot of fun, and today we've been covering a lot of ground on some of the tricks that you have to do. But it's not only about what you do while you're on the skateboard. Sometimes it's about what you're doing when you're off the skateboard. Maybe there's girls around. Maybe you're doing a little interview, this and that. So here's a couple little things I'm going to show you to help sort of make you look like you know what you're doing when you're out in public on a skateboard. First thing, it's real simple, but it's fun. The board twirl. You got it in the palm of your hand, and you just slowly spin the board. You're not even using your fingers. You're just spinning the board, spinning away. Tony, why don't you try this one? Come up here. And this is Riley Hawk right here. Landed it first try. Let's see if his dad can do the same. Look, he's got it.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe the next time Tony's on ESPN doing an interview, you'll see him, instead of not knowing what to do with the hands, just stand there, just twirl the board.
Hey.
Hey.
Are we still doing this?
Let's do it.
Okay. What's next?
We just did pivot. I think we should grind it a little. Do a 5-0.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
They're ready for
5-0s. All right. Five-O's, you may actually find them easier than pivots because when you're grinding, it's easier to balance up on one truck. So it's basically a backside pivot grind. You just go up and you get on your back truck and you give it a little bit of weight on your back heel so you're up on the deck, but you still want your body to be facing in. You want to be ready to come in. And you're grinding, and then before you ever come to a stop, before you even come close to stopping, you want to lean in and kick turn back in.
It's basically like a coping drive-by. Just do a big kick turn, go a little higher than you normally would, touch the coping for a second, say hello, and just keep on driving by.
Approach the coping just like a 50-50, but leaning on your back foot as your truck connects. Keep your upper body over your front foot and your weight leaning on your back foot as you grind, and prepare to ride back in before you come to a stop. Lean in and let your front foot drop back down onto the wall, riding away just like a 50-50. Common mistakes with the 5-0. Well, one is you get up there and you're leaning too far forward and you end up in a 50-50. And that's okay, just keep it leaning back. You can get away with touching your tail a little bit. No one will really notice, but you want to learn just to balance on your truck. A real good pointer for 5-0s is to try to keep your front truck in line with the coping, because if you let it drop too much, it's just going to bring you off the grind. And if it goes over the deck too much, then it's going to be really hard to turn your board all the way back in. So just keep it even with the coping until you're ready to come in, and just give it a little turn, front shoulder down, ride away clean. Well, here we are, ollies on ramps. I think just as in street, ollie is probably the most important trick you can learn on a ramp.
Definitely.
And it's a different technique actually on a ramp. I mean, there are vert skaters and ramp skaters that can't even really do ollies on the street because they've learned this technique, how to do it on vert, how to do it off walls. It's a different way to balance, a different way to take off, but it's pretty much the fundamental to every other air trick and even some of the lip tricks. So
it's essential to say the least, and our super assistant Riley here is going to demonstrate the deluxe ollie for us. Frontside? You going frontside?
he's offered his skills.
He's got the frontside ollies unlocked.
Let's take it down to the ramp and show him how to do it on the wall first, and then Riley will show you exactly how to do it perfectly.
Here I come.
Approach the wall at a slight angle with as much speed as you feel comfortable. Start to ollie just before you reach the top of your turn by throwing your arms up and swinging your lead shoulder towards the bottom of the ramp. Keep your upper body centered over your board while airborne, and make sure to complete the turn before landing to avoid slamming onto your hip. Lean forward as your board lands on the wall and continue to keep your weight centered as you ride back down because the unexpected slams will get you. Okay, frontside ollies, there's a few mistakes you can make with them and they're very easy to overcome. First one is leaning back too far, you ollie up. You might be over your board too much, but for the most part you are behind, you're leaning back on your back foot, you come down the wall in a wheelie and you end up falling back. The way to alleviate that is just to lean forward more on your front foot. Don't get so far over it, kind of let it get above you, and make sure you're leaning forward as you come down. You're ready to go through the flat bottom.
And then there's the getting the board a little bit too high above you. It's where you kind of almost bend your legs too much, let the board just rise up too much. It'll just get away on you. It's all about finding that happy balance in the trick, and that's just from practice, you know what I mean? Start low, start slow, and just work your way up.
The third and probably the most dangerous way to fall on a frontside ollie is by not turning your board enough. So you do the ollie, and it comes back on the wall, and it's stuck this way, and your body just falls flat all the way to the bottom. And the way that you just want to be able to turn it a little bit more and make sure your board's coming at least semi-straight down. It can be a little bit sideways, but that still could set you up for a slam. So just try to make it all the way down, straight, come through the tranny, leaning forward. Practice it low, work your way up.
And remember your 3 S's, Shred Dogs. Snap, slide, stick. The second trick we have is the flip and pass, I call it. And say you come off the ramp or something, you grab your board by the nose, there's a couple chicks looking over here, you just boom, right? And you're off, and it's natural. Don't overdo it, don't try to do it too fast, but what it is, it's 3 moves. It's 1, 2, 3.
Fakie Disaster. The Fakie Disaster is basically going up backwards, doing a little bit of a fakie ollie off the coping, landing on the bottom of the board on the coping, and coming back in.
But I think with this trick, Tony, we should actually go down here and give him an extra special demonstration.
Yeah, because
it gets a little hairy.
This one can get a little dangerous, so we're gonna come down here and then show you. You come up fakie, you just lift up a little bit, do a little fakie ollie, right? Your feet are in the regular riding position, and as you ollie, your front foot slides forward onto the nose so that you're ready to rock it back in. You want to get your back wheels all the way up on the deck, hit it, and then use your front foot to push down the nose and to clear your back wheels, and that is the key. There's the disaster. The disaster lies in not coming in. See ya. All right, we don't want that. Come up the wall backwards with enough speed to get onto the deck. Bounce your back wheels off the coping in a slight ollie motion, aiming your back foot for the deck of the ramp. Slide your front foot onto the nose as you level out the board to prepare for the re-entry. Rock the board on the coping, making sure your front foot is on the nose, and start to lean back in. As your upper body goes over your front foot, lift your back foot and push down on your front wheels until your back truck clears the coping. Even out the weight on your feet just as your back wheels clear. Set the board down and be thankful you didn't hang up. As you progress, this entire process will be a quick bouncing motion. The main mistake is hanging up, not bringing your back wheels over the coping. Your front foot is not all the way on the nose, or it's just not lifting up enough. I showed you how to do it.
And thanks for that, Tony. Taking one for the team.
Okay, sure.
That's nice of you.
Once you get onto steeper and steeper ramps, it's less important to hit your back wheels on the deck, because when you're starting to get really, really into vert, you just give it a little rock and you don't have to hit your wheels, but when you're first doing it, stomp them down. Learn how to lift that back truck all the way up, okay? Clear it. Free and clear of the coping. Do not slam.
And the final fun trick tip is something that you would run, like, let's say you're at a contest and you go up and you try to do a rail slide and you're just trying to warm up and your board shoots out and you land on your butt and you look like a nerd. What you do, you walk up and you want to play it off like it was no big deal. So you come up, and this trick's a little bit harder, but what it is, it's a step with your front foot and then a step across. It's 2 steps. It's boom, boom. So you just hit the tail, just give it a poke, and the board hopefully will spin around.
Ooh.
And then you can even, if you want, combine the two, take it to another level. But work on those for now.
All right, that was a good one. I got one last one here. Oh, that's a fun one again. Okay, disasters, they weren't so bad, huh? Once you learn them the right way. It's more just a little bounce. Boom, on the coping, foot on, come back in. Now we're gonna take that one step further with 180 disasters, front side and backside. Colin thinks front sides are easier.
I think backside are easier.
But you think backside?
Yeah, I think backside are easier. I used to think front side were easier, but really it's like, I guess it's just a personal preference for everyone. You're gonna think one of them's a lot harder than the other one, but the frontside one isn't really that much different than a frontside ollie.
And you can take a little pause too. Once you get up on the deck, boom, you're into the disaster. If you need to readjust or whatever, you got a little time to do that. You know, you want to do it fast to make it look good, but when you're learning it, it's all right. So frontside is basically the same thing. Frontside 180 ollie, boom, right onto the deck. Just get a little bit above the coping. Too high and you might come down and break your board. Come up the wall with enough speed to get your board over the deck. Do a frontside ollie and focus on landing in the middle of your board on the coping. Make sure that your front foot is on the nose and that your upper body is no longer rotated as you prepare to come in. Re-enter the ramp using your newly acquired disaster skills. The backside is the same concept, but you scoop it a little more with your back toe and just kind of shuffle it around off the coping.
Scooping the back tail is the key on the backside one for sure.
As you near the coping, throw your lead shoulder towards the transition and scoop your back toes on the tail in a slight ollie motion.
Thank you and good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Aim to land the board in the middle of the coping, being careful not to land your front wheels on the top. Be sure that your shoulders are even with the board and that your upper body is centered over your feet before coming back in. Okay, well that's it for the 180 disasters. Pretty much the most common mistake is not clearing your wheels there, not putting your foot on the nose and not lifting up enough. So just work on that. The front side and the back side 180 is the easy part in those tricks. Other than that, that's about it. Just want to thank Colin for helping us.
Thanks for having me, Tony. I hope we were some sort of help to these guys. Hope
And,
something happened.
We want to thank Bob for allowing us to use his ramp because we've been here for 2 days and invading his home, but he allowed us, so we were stoked. Hey, I've been working on the trick.
Oh, you got that?
Yeah, I think I've been working on it.
See, this guy's a natural. He picks up stuff really fast.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Nice.
I got that.
I want to see that on ESPN. On a different note, sorry about pushing you in the ramp yesterday.
Oh, that's all right.
This isn't a game up here, and you could easily end up like that dude right there.
Oh, hey!
See? I gotta go. Thanks, guys.
I'll deal with him later. I'll let him go this time. He's got a hurt shoulder, you know. But anyway, hope you had fun. We had a lot of fun teaching you. We want to thank Colin once again for overcoming his shoulder surgery and trying to embarrass me by pushing me in. And I want to thank Eric for displaying his technical wizardry in the street arena. And that's about it. Just remember that if you're trying this stuff, you know, don't forget to wear your pads because it's going to hurt a lot less once you fall. And when you're skating ramps, you know, just work your way up. Start on a small one. Try to do these tricks on bigger and bigger stuff. Eventually you can get to vert. Same techniques on vert, just a little less pop because the vert wall will throw you all the way out to the flat. That's it. Thanks for watching. We really enjoyed teaching this stuff. It took us a long time to learn, and we didn't have the benefit of instructional videos. But we had a lot of fun. Skating has given me some of my best memories, and so I'm sure it'll help you in the same way. So keep going. We'll see you on the ramp. This video was brought to you in part by Tech Decks. Yay. Bing, bing, bing!
To check out all the latest skateboarding action, go to skateboardermag.com.
The Tony Hawk Skateboard from Tyco RC. Stomp incredible tricks just like skateboard legend Tony Hawk. Available September 2001.
Here we go.
Woo! And try this. See, wall rides are hard.
For the 180, circumference of 180 is pi r squared, right? So if you want to figure that out, you can, the actual distance of the spin, that would be your tail motion.
But pi equals, yeah, so, yeah, come square with the,
Right.
yeah, it's key line
3.14.
pi.
Uh-huh.
Good. I can take it from here. We talked about leaning on the nose.
You gotta give it
We
more
already
time.
talked about this.
On the heel
We
flip,
talked about this, Tony. Jeez.
it seems like, from my perspective, watching you do it, you know what? Maybe I'll watch the video when it's finished, and I'll watch you do them, and I'll learn it. Okay, we having fun, Eric?
Yeah.
I feel like we're this little TV show, and we have like this giant guest here. It's like, yes, Eric came and did our video. Thank you. So you can learn stuff, and I don't have to struggle with it as much.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
We're gonna try more skate moves now.
Smith grinds.
Smith ride. Okay.
I watched him over and over while we were editing this video. I'm ready to claim it. Backside heel flip. I learned it. Here it is. Oh, that was it. That was the one. Don't end the video yet. I got it. Hold on. Stop the credits.